Hi everyone. Okay, this is the YouTube I promised you in place of the Zoom we were going to do on Sunday night. Hey, it just didn't work out. It may not work out going forward, but I do have some important information for you all as we progress in this program. We've already done 21 days, which means by now this should be very routine. You have your workouts planned and scheduled. You're following some eating guidelines and you've adjusted your life to fit the plan, and you've adjusted the plan to fit your life. It kind of goes both ways, right? So the next phase 2 is the muscle building phase. So I have some tips and tricks that may help you with the challenges you've had in the past to carry you forward through what I consider one of the most important parts of the program is building muscle. That's what I'm passionate about. Especially for you ladies, I want you to realize that lifting heavy weights in the gym is not going to make you beefy. It's going to make you actually quite the opposite, but sleek and slenderized and lean. And it all happens by attacking weights that maybe you didn't think you could lift. All right, but first, I want to talk about 2 standouts from the first 3 weeks of the program. One with the nutrition. I have looked at all of your logs if you're logging your food, but this girl is so meticulous. I can tell she's got the scale out and she's planning and preparing and she's hitting her protein numbers, which you all know is a challenge in itself, and that's Brittany. Brittany has been hitting her protein numbers, keeping her calories in check. So I reached out and asked her for some tips and maybe like a day in the life of Brittany. And she gave me her day menu, and I'm going to attach it to this email. But she also enlightened me to this new recipe that I'm also going to share with you all. She makes a protein waffle this morning. She says it's the highlight of her day, and I made it in pancake form, and I can't really argue. It was honestly delicious. She used iconic protein powder, a little bit of the Kodiak pancake mix, flat like that waffle mix, and then egg whites and water. So, and then add a little peanut butter drizzle. It was so delicious. Brittany's breakfast has over 60 grams of protein. So she's hitting those protein numbers. And if she's eating like that, it tastes good too. So I think we can learn a lot from Brittany. I'm going to be sharing her information as well. Another shout out goes to you, Ryan. Ryan's a local. I actually got to run with her this weekend. Local to me, sorry. She's in the DC area, and we ran the National Mall on Sunday at sunrise. And one thing that Ryan said was that the program and exercise really helps her through personal things that she might be going through. And I just think that's really important. If you can turn to exercise to help you deal with life stuff, what a healthy way of enduring that stuff. So my hope is that you all would find that place in your life where exercise is a tool you can use in your emotional health as well as physical health. So congratulations, Brittany and Ryan. You two are the MFer shout outs, the standouts for this first phase. Okay, so phase 2, the muscle building phase. I have a few hacks to share with you that are really going to help you progress in building muscle. As you know, first of all, we are naturally losing muscle. As soon as we hit like our late 20s, early 30s, we are going to be losing muscle unless we do something about it. So strength training, whether you like it or not, it's so important for you. And if you're worried about your metabolism as you age, strength training is the way to combat that, because your body requires more calories to maintain the muscle that you're building in the gym. That is why I'm going to tell you for phase 2, I want you to get your calories. I don't want you to try for those 1,200 calorie days that maybe you've gotten away with in phase 1. We really are looking for an anabolic state where we're building versus catabolic where we're shredding. We'll get to that part later. That's our phase 3. So really focus on getting your protein, getting your food, getting the right kinds of food in phase 2. All right. So I do want to talk about supplements. If you're just not in it, and it happens, it happens to me, it happens to everyone, but it also happens to those who just aren't really into strength training. If you're just trying to get your head in the game, or you don't have the energy in your strength training workouts to really dig deep, I have a few supplement ideas for you. One is a pre-workout. A pre-workout is like a flavored powder you mix into your water. All it is energy, but there's like a mental thing that goes with that. I notice with myself, if I am like have my cup, my water bottle, and I'm stirring in my pre-workout, like my head is getting into it. Like I know what my next steps are after this. It's getting into the gym and lifting weights. Like maybe this is a superpower drink and maybe it's not, but at least my head is there thinking, okay, I'm drinking my superpower drink. Same goes with my husband, Eric. If he's drinking pre-workout, nothing comes in the way of his gym time. There have been times where I'm like, you need to come home. And he's like, I just took pre-workout. Like, no, if the pre-workout happens, the workout is happening. So there's that too, right? There's this head thing. But essentially, a cup of coffee, a cup and a half of coffee will do the same thing. It just kind of gets you energized for your workout. Another supplement, which I sometimes I'm hesitant to recommend because it's creatine, by the way. It's creatine. Creatine is going to add a little water weight. So if you're checking your scale and your mind is wrapped around the scale, know that if you start taking creatine, you're probably going to have a little bit of water weight added on scale. Creatine creates the power that you need for those short-lived movements, okay? Creatine is not going to help you run a marathon. Creatine is going to help you bench press more weight because it gives you that oomph, right? Just power. It's a natural supplement. Your body naturally creates creatine. This is just more, this is a great supplement for men who don't care about the scale. It's a great supplement for women who don't care about the scale and really want to build muscle and build power. And then the last one is called BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. And this is something kind of like the pre-workout. It's like a flavor powder that I like to mix into my water while I work out. It prevents that catabolic, like a muscle breakdown. So it actually preserves your muscles while also helping you with your recovery. So if you find yourself super sore in between workouts, really hard to get going because you're still sore from the workout, I might suggest a BCAA powder, and I will provide links into the email that goes along with this video. So those are 3 supplements. There are a ton of supplements out there. Those are 3 that come to mind when I think about strength training and muscle building. And supplements are exactly what they are, supplements. Nothing can come in the place of a good diet. So I want to make sure you know your diet is important more than the supplements. Just like protein powder. Protein powder is a protein supplement. Okay. I have, sorry, I was looking around. Because the next thing I wanted to talk to you about is called myofascial release. Okay, myo means muscle, fascial means like connective tissue, and release, well, that means to let go. So this is if you are feeling sore, if you feel tight muscles, this is something that you can do that will actually help you with your muscle tightness and your muscle soreness. And it's called foam rolling. Do you have a foam roller? I have a bigger one in the other room. That's why I've been looking around. So hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. This is my foam roller. Okay, this is how you foam roll. Essentially, you know what's ailing you, right? A lot of times it's, your upper back area, maybe it's your hamstrings. So this is something you want to get on the ground with, and you're gonna roll. You can roll on your side. I can send, rather than me doing it right now, my floor, you're gonna find that spot. Roll on this thing on the ground until you find that tender spot. And don't knead it, don't let it go back and forth, but just stay there for 30 seconds. This is where these muscles that are in a knot, we're gonna like just release. and I promise it will make you feel better. This thing is a miracle worker. I just sent one to my dad. He's been having some hamstring tightness. I'm like, you need a foam roller. So if you don't have a foam roller, I think this was maybe $15. Most gyms have them though. It's just good to have because you never know. You know how like you're having epic workouts and then you're just wiping the counter and then you're like, oh, my back. This thing helps. Okay, so let's talk diet hacks. I know a lot of you are having a hard time getting all your protein in, but I have a few suggestions. Okay, so first of all, a protein shake does not have to be a big ordeal. You can just mix protein powder with water. Is it as delicious? No, but it can go with any of your normal meals. Some of you are saying, I'm not used to eating this much. Well, just have one of those grab and go or just protein powder mixed with water with your meal. If it's avocado and toast, if it's, you know, an RX bar, if it's maybe just a little something. I mean, I don't know. It just having a protein protein drink with your small meal is another way to get more protein in. It's going to satisfy you longer. You won't feel like you need a snack right away. Also, this is something that I started doing a long time ago and I still really relish it, is find your treat, your protein treat. So obviously you guys know I like my protein muffins. That is so nice to warm up and have a cup of coffee, maybe put some collagen peptides in. Collagen is a great way to get more protein. Also, you stir it in, it's flavorless. And then I like to find like my quiet corner. There's a place on my deck that I love to sit and be alone. And that's where I recharge around 4 o'clock every day. And that's just my time and my treat. Another option could be like that, some sort of like yogurt treat that's become yours while you watch evening television in bed. I don't know, but whatever it is, just make it yours, but make sure it's something that's taking you closer to your goals and not further away. Some things I like to eat that are treats, the protein muffins, also Greek yogurt mixed with protein powder, or even peanut powder with like some pretzels. I also really love cottage cheese with sugar-free jelly mixed in on top of rice cake. I don't know, that might sound nasty to you. I actually really love it. So just get creative as far as that's concerned. All right, now we're gonna talk about phase 2 is the building phase. I'm gonna have you lifting weights to some extent 4 days a week. So we went from 3 days a week. Now we're gonna hit it 4 times a week because that will give us more volume over a week's time. Meaning you're probably gonna hit your biceps twice a week as opposed to just once. You're gonna do your legs twice, maybe even 3 times a week. This is how we're going to build muscle. Now, you need to evaluate your home equipment. If you only have a set of 5-pound dumbbells, that's probably not gonna do it for you. One, you may want to think about joining a gym if you feel comfortable, or investing in some more equipment for your home. I'm gonna show you a few tricks that you can add to your routine if you just don't have the equipment or the resources to get heavier weights right now. One, let's say you're doing bicep curls and you only have, let's see here, these are 10s. Maybe you only have 10-pound dumbbells, and this is just, you know, it's hard, but it's not so hard. Maybe if you're able to get through the sets, then I want you to try this. It's called a 1.5 rep. So instead of 1, we're gonna do this. 1/2. And that's 1. You see how that goes? So instead of just doing 1 rep, you will do 1.5 rep. You are the judge. I want you to be honest with yourself, because if you're not really pushing, if you're not continuously tearing down those muscles, you are not building muscle. Another option would be to increase the range of motion. So let's see here. All right, I've got 2. I'm gonna just Pretend. Okay. So guys, you can't really see, but you can elevate your foot. This is a bad example. I don't really have any good stuff in here, but for example, if you're doing a lunge, elevate that front foot. Maybe a phone book. Does anyone have a phone book? Do they exist anymore? Something, a step or something, put that front foot elevated so that when you do a lunge, you're actually going lower and that range of motion is more. So that's another way to increase the challenge so that you would be breaking down that muscle more. Tempo, slowing down the tempo, that's one option I often give people, but I'm not really thinking that's the right option for you right now, as we spent all of phase one really focusing on tempo. So it's either range of motion or 1.5 reps, but optimally, you'll have access to heavier weights. A protein shake right after your workout is a great way to restore and recover. So I like to do my strength training workout and go straight to the kitchen. For you, you might pack a protein shake with you and just drink it right after your workout. Like I said before, calories are important. You know, where your body is either in an anabolic or catabolic state, where you're either building your muscle or you're breaking it down, you're tearing it down, you're losing weight. So I know we're trying, so many of you have a weight loss goal, but in order to build the muscle, you're gonna have to feed the muscle, stay closer to the higher end of your allotted calories, because come phase 3 is our shred phase, where we are going to be shredding fat. You will not have this kind of experience because you will always be in motion and you'll constantly be burning calories. I think that's it. And I feel like we need a challenge, so stay tuned. I gotta think of one, but I think we need a challenge. I love to see how you guys are doing. Feel free to reach out to me, but also if you need more from me, let me know. Keep eating right. Thanksgiving will be here before you know it's coming, whether or not you do a program or not. And these are the longer days, the center part of the program. These are the ones that are like, but they are the most important. These are the most important days. So that's all I've got for you guys. I hope you have an awesome weekend. Maybe we'll do a weekend macro challenge. I don't know. Stay tuned. I hope you're having a good one. See you later. Bye.